y'all, welcome back to the channel. Chris the Camping Texan here, and where in the world is the Geo Pro? This is the last weekend in January, and we are set up in campsite number 24 at Lake Somerville State Park at the Birch Creek unit. When y'all first enter the park, this is where you're going to come to headquarters to check in. Let me show you guys, they have a really nice area for parking your RV. There's a lot of space here, big parking area. And then the headquarters is located right up there on the hill. Very friendly staff. They have t-shirts and caps and cups and some little items if you need them, charcoal and things like that. Just like at Mission Tejas State Park and Mother Neff State Park, Lake Somerville, Birch Creek participates in the rain collection system, and they have the tanks here located at headquarters. Y'all check this out. Good morning, y'all. I was just checking in over here at Lake Somerville State Park, and there's just a couple of doe. They're just hanging out on the side of the road. How cool is that? As y'all continue down the road toward your campsite, you'll actually pass the road here that turns off to go to campsite 24 to get to the restroom. And the restroom is located right here on your left. It's easy walk or bike ride from campsite 24. The restrooms here are a little dated. Reminds me of copper brakes, but they are functional and very clean. Well, y'all, glad to have you back at the channel. We had an amazing time out at Mother Neff State Park last weekend in Moody, Texas. It was fun checking out all the CCC features that park had to offer with the rock tower and the wash pond. Always love checking out those CCC parks. But guys, I'm going to be honest, coming home last weekend, we had a little bit of bad luck. We got on the south side of Texas A&M, down around College Station, and we had a little bit of transmission trouble with our tow vehicle. So I'm going to introduce you guys to a new member of Camping Texan, and this is our new tow vehicle. So this is our new tow vehicle. It's a 2018 Chevrolet Silverado Texas Edition 4x4, and so we're glad to have it on board. It's going to be carrying us through to many more state parks. I kept the other pickup that we were using as a tow vehicle. My black Chevrolet was a 2008. It had 220,000 miles on it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that transmission fixed. We lost third and fourth gear coming home after last week's trip to Mother Neff, and I'm going to give that to my son Trevor. Now, I've introduced y'all to Trevor. He was, if you watched my preparing for a camping trip video, he helped me back the truck up in that one. And then he also made an appearance in Paladuro Canyon. If you watch the part where I show you where the dump station is located, he was holding the Blue Boy there at that park. So check out those videos and you'll see Trevor. But we turned another page, got another tow vehicle, and we're ready to go on some more trips. Well, y'all, I have a confession to make. I had promised that we were going to do RV and tent camping this week at Lake Somerville. But my daughter decided that she didn't want to come this weekend, and so I didn't set up the tent. We do have a special guest with us this weekend, Sandra, who is my wife Susan's sister. So we're glad to have her on the trip this weekend. So I'm gonna have to sneak in that tent at some point, guys, and I promise we'll get that tent set up and we'll get you a view of us RV and tent camping at the same time. But let's go check out your campsite. Well, good morning, y'all. Well, this is your campsite, number 24. It's located right next to the lake trail here at Lake Somerville State Park, Birch Creek unit. In my opinion, this is one of the best, most private sites that you will get here at Lake Somerville. It's well shaded. It's well hidden. You've got a lot of brush around you. Some really big oak trees. Look at this yard. You're not going to find a campsite this spacious and this private. And I'm going to show you guys here in a moment. I'm going to save the best for last on this one. Now, this site is set up for ADA compliance. It has a sidewalk. So if you had a wheelchair or an electric scooter or something like that, you would be able to have mobility in this campsite. The campsite has 20 and 30 amp electric and water. No problem with the services. Everything works perfect here. Leveling out, you have kind of an asphalt gravel type substance, but it's nice and flat, level. Didn't take long to get the camper set up. Now you have a shelter over your picnic table. This reminds me a lot of Choke Canyon. In fact, the entire campsite, the way that it's set up, reminds me of Choke Canyon with the lake view. I think this is probably one of the prettiest views you're going to get at any state park. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. But if you look down here, you've got your grill and your fire ring. And then y'all check this out. How nice is that? You have an upgraded grill and fire ring. And then, of course, there's your lantern hook right there. But here's your best. Right here is a private access trail to the lake. So when you're finished hanging out at your campsite, you can just take this little trail right down to the lake, take your fishing gear, a chair, a canopy, and just sit there as long as you want, all day long, and fish. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, guys. If you watch my Choke Canyon video, in that video I mentioned campsite 33 was probably the best campsite there. I feel like 24 has to be the best campsite at the Birch Creek unit here at Lake Somerville. So the next time you're up this way, reserve 24. Y'all come check this out. So y'all, you're looking at 24 right now, but I've found you a couple of other campsites that you might be interested in, especially if you're staying together in a group. I think 25 and 26 are real nice. Now, they're not that deep. So like for 25, I'm thinking 30-foot max here. But what I like about it is that you have trees in between you on both campsites. So you do have a lot of privacy on either side. Of course, you've got your 20 and 30 amp electric here. At 25, a lantern hook, your picnic table, and your grill and fire ring are in the back corner there. But overall, I like it. It's private. And if you're staying with someone who's in 24, it's within walking distance. You can just walk across the street. And of course, you've got the lake over there too, so y'all could share the private access trail, or you could take the lake trail down there if you wanted to go fishing, or maybe throw your inner tube in the water and go swimming. All right, so let's go take a look at 26. I'm really impressed with 26. I like trees, and this campsite doesn't disappoint. It's got a couple of trees. Now, if you have a rig that's maybe a little taller, you may have to watch out for some of those branches up there while you're backing in. But, you know, again, you're probably looking at 30, 35 feet max on this one. It's not too deep. But the privacy factor is really cool. Same services apply to this campsite: 20-30 amp electric, water, picnic table, lantern hook. There's your grill and fire ring. One thing 26 offers that 25 doesn't have a lot of, though, is more yard space. So if you have some children that want to play frisbee or throw a ball or something, you have a little bit more space over here. It seems really nice and quiet. So a couple of sites you might want to check out. Another campsite that you guys might be interested in is 23. It has a really big tree and a large yard area, a picnic table, lantern pole, a grill, fire ring, 20, 30 amp electric and water. I actually saw a 35-foot bumper pull out of here this morning, so just keep that in mind. It's nice and private. The closest campsite would be 24 to you. Across the street, you have 22, and then 21 and 20 are next to that. Well, y'all, I didn't want to leave out campsites 20, 21, and 22. I still think these are great sites. They're a little small, so definitely a couples camper, or definitely nothing over 30 feet. They're all private. Just know that your pads are going to be a little bit unlevel, maybe front to back or side to side. You may have to play with your setup a little bit, but they all have 20, 30 amp electric, water, picnic table, fire pit, fire ring, and a lantern hook. I think Lake Somerville does a great job of keeping the grass wild here, as well as trees for the birds to play in. It really gives a lot of cover, not only for the wildlife, but for you as the camper. So here's 21. Again, these aren't terrible sites. The pads could use some work, and I'm sure they will in the future, but probably out of these three, I like 22 the least. I would probably book 20 or 21. If I needed a site immediately, I would possibly take 22. So just 3 more sites on this loop here that you might like. And once again, these are all close to the restroom and to hiking trails located right here on the loop. So keep that in mind. So if you guys are up for a challenge, and I mean a challenge because this pad site is not level front to back, 29 is probably one of the most beautiful sites here at Lake Somerville Birch Creek unit. 20, 30 amp electric, water, lantern hook, picnic table. You've got your grill and fire ring, but look how close you are to the water. What an amazing view, guys. And it's really long too, so you could get your diesel pusher in here. What a great site, just as long as you can level it. So let's talk about services here this weekend at Lake Somerville. Satellite has been fantastic. We actually have received our local channels out of the Houston area, so no problems with TV. Cell phone service has been exceptional. AT&T and Verizon, no issues making calls, getting text messages, surfing the internet, what have you. I haven't seen any ants. It's been really cold this weekend. The only problems we've had with bugs has been flies, and that was only when we were cooking. So if you bring some wipes and wipe everything down after you finish preparing your meals, you guys should be fine. The store here offers some services, so you'll find some basic items up there, but not many. You'll probably have to drive about 10-15 minutes into Somerville. There's a Brookshire Brothers. There is a Dollar General a few miles down the road, so if you need supplies, I noticed they had the Blue Rhino propane exchange there. You could also get ice. We were not able to find firewood at that Dollar General. We had to drive into Brookshire Brothers grocery store, and they had firewood out front for $7.99 a bundle. There is no fire ban this weekend, so something to keep in mind. You might want to grab your firewood and your ice and all that stuff before you come out here. So guys, this is your dump station. There are actually 3 here at the Birch Creek unit at Lake Somerville, but this is the one for Yawpon Loop. It's nice and wide. They only have a single sewer connection here. And there's also a couple of spigots there for you to do your black tank flush. There's a pole here, but unfortunately there's no light on it. So if you're coming through here, you might want to get through here before it gets dark, or have your own lighting available. But there's the road coming from the main entrance from headquarters. And then you follow this road and it'll take you back into the camping area. I want to show you guys a neat feature about this particular dump station. Usually there's not much to see at a dump station, but in this case, here at Lake Somerville, we have the remnants of a cistern, which is nothing more than a water tank, a storage facility for water. And so if you come out here, you can check this out. And then of course, here's the sign that they have. You can read all about how the cistern was built and how it was used and how it was really good for keeping clean water for drinking. Well, y'all, let's talk about the services here in the Yaupon Loop at Lake Somerville. The 3 dumpsters located next to the dump station will be your closest place to get rid of your trash. There are no other dumpsters located near campsite 24 within that loop. And these dumpsters, not only are they located next to the dump station, but also the excess vehicle parking area. So if you have a boat or extra vehicles, you can bring those up here and park those as well. The excess vehicle parking area is also located next to the Eagle Point Trail. It's a trail that's less than a mile in length, and you can walk along the path and check out and see bald eagles in some of the trees next to the water. So guys, I'm out here on the Bluestem Trail at Lake Somerville at the Birch Creek unit, and you know, I go to a lot of state parks and they offer a lot of services like ice, but I've never quite seen an ice machine just out in the middle of the woods. So if you need ice, just hit the trail. So y'all, let me show you around the day use area here at Lake Somerville, Birch Creek unit. So this is the road back here that you come down from headquarters. They have a really nice spacious area for parking your boat, trailer. This is your boat dock area. There's a couple of porta potties over there and a hand washing station. They have a couple of docks out here. So just a really nice area where you can launch your boat. If you guys look way over in the distance over there where that sandy beach area is, that's where your campsite is, over 24. So I'm going to take you guys over. Sorry for the wind, kind of windy today. I'm going to take you guys over and show you a swimming area and then where the group meeting areas are located. All right, so this is to the right of the boat trailer parking area and the boat ramp launch. They have a really nice area set up with picnic tables and stand-up grills. This is also going to be your swimming area. And then over to the right of that, you'll see like a group picnic area with several picnic tables and a fireplace out in the open. So we'll keep going around. I'll show you some more. So here we are over at the group area where the outside fireplace is. They have a nice water spigot. Everything's paved, ADA compliant. Really nice stand-up barrel type grill back in the corner, and a lot of seating for your group. So the next time you're out here, you're having a big gathering, family reunion, or just meeting with friends, come check this out. And then I'll pan over here. Some more good views of the day use area, picnic, swimming area. As y'all make the loop around from where the boat ramp was, coming on the other side, you'll see another group meeting facility and then a restroom there in the corner. And then you'll find the amenities are very nice on this side as well. A lot of room to play, throw a ball, bring a frisbee, fly a kite. There's a lot of people down here fishing today. Just a really neat space to hang out. And then if you guys look way back there in the corner, that's the back side of the Old Hickory camping loop. All right, let's go take a look at one more group meeting facility that you guys can rent out. So this group meeting facility is also available for rent. It has the standing barrel type grill It's covered. So if you don't want your group to be out in the elements, you've got a roof over your head, sidewalks, everything's nice and flat. A lot of picnic tables in here. And then look at that. What a beautiful fireplace. On a cold January day like today, have a fire going, and then maybe have a bunch of friends out here. So y'all might want to check this out next time you're out here. Well, y'all, always like to leave you with 3 activities that you can try when you come to a state park. And here at Lake Somerville Birch Creek Unit, I believe the first activity starts with anything on this lake. Bring your boat, guys. If you have a boat, they have plenty of excess parking. I showed you guys up by the dump station and the dumpsters, there's large parking spots for your boats. Bring your fishing gear. You're within walking distance. You have a private access trail that leads right down from campsite 24. You can stand down here, sit down here, bring your awning, just fish all day long if you want to. The closer it gets to warmer weather, you'll be able to bring your inner tubes down here, blow those up and float in the lake, or put on your swimming trunks and go swimming. This is a water sports paradise. The second activity would be the trails here at Birch Creek Unit. Now I will say this, that none of the trails are over a mile long, so you can walk all 9 trails they have here. They're very short in one day. Your longer trails are going to be at Nels Creek. So I would recommend from your campsite, if you will take the lake trail and just follow it around to Bluestem Bend. The trails go right by the water, so you get a really pretty view. And then conclude your hike over at Eagles Point. They have some old dead looking trees over there that are very ominous looking, but actually are a good place for eagles to hang out. They like to hang out next to the water. So maybe take a picnic back there. I saw a picnic table back there. So check out those trails. Remember to bring your bicycle here. It's very quiet. The roads are very long, so if you like to mountain bike, bring your bike. Get some good exercise out here. And then last, guys, just check out the stars at night. I noticed at our campsite at nighttime it was very, very clear. It reminded me a lot of Copper Breaks. If you haven't checked that video out, please do so. But this is not a dark sky park, but you really can see the stars really good at night. So those are just a few activities that you might want to check out while you're here. Also, they have an amazing day use area with a boat ramp, plenty of picnic tables. They do have a swimming area over there, and then a couple of group facilities that you can rent out with fireplaces too. So that might be something that you want to check out while you're here. Well, y'all, we had an amazing time out here at Lake Somerville, the Birch Creek Unit. We had the entire camping loop to ourselves. It was nice and peaceful and quiet. I want to say thank you to my sister-in-law, Sandra, for joining us this weekend for camping. We've already started planning some camping trips down the road with her. Well, guys, next weekend, we're going to be off to take care of some things around the house. And we're going to be out at Fort Parker State Park the second weekend of February in Groesbeck, Texas. So join us for that one. Remember, if you enjoyed the content of this video, give me a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when our videos post every Saturday at 11 o'clock. And then make sure that you subscribe. To all my current subscribers, thank you. And guys, I appreciate you watching. And remember, I'll see you at the campsite.